All right, so what is this question asking for? Standard form or vertex form? Standard form. What form is it in right here? What does it kind of look like? It looks like vertex. Very good, Mac. So this is vertex form and we want to go to standard form. Standard form is the one that is, oh yeah, I'm asking about number 3 and 4. Oh yeah, you are 100% right, Ashlyn. It is the opposite of what we did above. I think these are a little bit easier because you actually have done stuff like this before and you're probably, wait, what? If you cover up these numbers, have you done a problem that's kind of like that? Something to the second power? If you haven't, it's okay. It's algebra 1 thing. So take this x minus 1. If it's squared, what does that mean? What does squared mean? Times it by itself. Times it by itself. So we're going to have x minus 1 times itself. So we're going to write it out twice. Going to focus it real quick. Just watch your eyes there. Helped a little bit. Anyone know what x times x is? Not quite. X. There we go. I think, Mac, what you were doing was adding them, which was a really close guess, and I'm glad you guessed. That's how we learn. So that's very good. So x times x is x squared. And then what's the x times the negative 1? Negative 1x. Good. Let's get a different color going. All right. What about the bottom? What's negative 1 times x on the bottom? Or next to it, sorry. Not on the bottom. Yep. All right. And negative 1 times negative 1. Positive 1. So you guys got the distributive property down for the most part. This thing.
My teacher always told me when you're doing x minus 1, x plus 1.
I think you're thinking of factoring. Yeah. Drop this other stuff down like this y and this -7. I don't want to forget about that stuff. I know this looks really kind of gross. Is there any like terms we can combine to make it look a little prettier? And the other 1x and then the 1 7. Good. Some new pens. All right, so if I combine the 1x and the 1x, this is where you're adding. So this is that part that you were doing earlier. So what's a -1 and a negative 1x and a negative 1x? If I owe you $1 and then I borrow another $1 from you. I'm in debt $2. Good. Very good. And what's a +1 and a -7? Perfect. Good. You don't have to be as, extra and color code this. I like colors. I'm very into the color coding. And yeah, that's actually looking pretty close to up here, right? It's got an x squared, it's got an x, it's got a number. So these are actually a little bit easier than the ones on the top, in my opinion. Anyone else kind of feel like the ones on the bottom are just a tad, just a little hair easier? Right, a little bit. Sometimes they have a number in front though. So if it has a number in front, it has one little extra step. And Aman, do you want to just show this one? Do you want to do it on here so Shariah can see it at home when she watches it? I feel really bad saying her name in the video, but it's fine. Nobody's going to watch these. It's not in the class. What questions do you have? Any questions that maybe also someone at home might have if they weren't here? Yeah. The only thing I could think of that people get stuck on is this first step. So if you need a little review of those, just remember like you're adding the exponents. That's why it's x squared. And then anytime you combine like terms, you just add the numbers in front, bring the x's down. It's up to you. Do you want to do number 4? I'll put my mask on, move out, and you can use any pen you want. It's up to you. You want to try it or you want me to do it?
You go ahead, because I'm trying to remember all this.
You're good. We can use this problem to help us out. So you guys are going to start it the same exact way. So I want you to go in and try to multiply this x plus 7 times this x plus 7. We can do it together if you want. And then this -3, you can drop it in front if you want, just so you don't forget about it. But you're only going to distribute the stuff that's in the parentheses to start. And then we can deal with the -3. And this may be one that, maybe, Ashlyn or Michael might feel more familiar on, but I don't know if you did this in Algebra 1, so it might be an extra step. Anyone know x times x?
X squared.
Good. Perfect. And then we got x times 7.
7x.
They just interrupted my video. They're walking.
She's covering Melissa's class. Melissa's headed back.
Another 7x.
Perfect. So going on to that bottom one, very good. All right, Mac, amazing, very good. You guys see any, oh, we combined my terms after last time, I'm sorry. It's up to you guys. Do you want to, before we bring that -7 down, do you want to go ahead and distribute that 3 just so we don't get confused? Might be a good idea. That's a common mistake, is sometimes people aren't sure what to do with the 7. Let's focus on this 3 here in front. What do you think has to happen with this -3 if it's touching all of this stuff? Yes, good. So you can combine these 7x's and make it a 14 if it's easier for you, or you can put this in a big old parenthesis. So who wants to combine the 7s to start? Anybody?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, let's do that then. That's probably easier in my opinion.
Don't forget the 49 minus 7.
Oh yeah, so that -7 is kind of an outsider. So I'm gonna bring him down and kind of keep him out to the side. So if you looked at your original problem, is that -3 gonna be multiplied only by this stuff right here?
Only by that.
Yeah, because that -7 is an outsider. So you might want to bring a little parenthesis down to help you stay organized with that, just in case. So it's a little longer, but you're still kind of doing the same process. All right, so this -3 is the only extra step that we're taking here. We don't want to put these together because we haven't distributed the -3. So that's a common mistake I'll see, is people put these two. Just kind of hang out with that -7. Don't do anything with it yet. The 49 times the -3. Right here. 7 times 7 is 49. So she got x times x is x squared. X times 7 is 7x, and 7x again. And 7 times 7 is 49. That's a really good question. So I would deal with all of that stuff first before touching that. Well, do you want me to cover part of it up in my hand and make sure we got it right? Oh man, my hands looks big under here. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. I would just ignore that -7 till the very end, in my opinion. Just focus on your parentheses first. This might make it a little easier for you guys. Just focus on this first. So that right here, x plus 7 squared, that got us this when we worked it out. Does that help if I highlight it a little bit? Oh, thank you. You already multiplied it through. Very good. Let's write that down. What is it? -3x squared.
Minus
42, okay.
Minus 147.
I saw it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you're right. So if I look at my problem now with my -7, is there anything I can combine or does it look done?
147 and the 7.
Mhm. Yep.
Minus 42. Wouldn't it be 156?
What's 7 plus 7?
14.
So I think it ends in a 4. Yeah, is that what you got too? Let me see. Perfect. All right, that's a good idea. I start giving you guys whiteboards, like, especially for the people who are a little more quiet that want to participate. That is such a good idea. Should we start doing that? We all get a little mini eraser. I could probably get those on Amazon, but
Well, I think you can choose.
Good idea.